and good evening. Let's go. We're live. Bringing you the flavor. Law Nation is the name. Salute, and I mean just that. Salute to Spotify. Let's go. The day before the game. This episode is brought to you by The Game Day. Be sure to check them out. The information is in the description box. Let's grind. Come on. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. All right. I hope you got your coffee. I got mine. Yeah. Mama said there would be days like this, right? If your heart beating, let me know. We're live, baby! Hey! Ho! Come on! They say, Law, why you do this? I don't like this at all. I don't. I love it. Yeah. Decisions. Oscar, I see you. Lee Grant, I see you. Jake Versick, what's good? Gina, I hope you got your coffee. I got mine. Shout out to all the HBOs, the SGs, as we continue to provide you the quality content you need. Jeremy, what you tell them, man? It's early in the morning. It's too early for that.
I want me some glory hole.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Come on. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Yeah. All right. It's Vikings. Cowboys. Yeah. Y'all rocking with me? Let me know. If you're rolling with the nation, let me know. Type in real one or R1. Come on. Come on, baby. Shout out to you, J Buck. I see you. Shout out to you, Jackson 2.0. You're a real one. Real one. Gotta growl. Speaking of growl, where my dog's at, you know? Yeah, appreciate you. And if it's your birthday this month or next month, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Appreciate everybody. What season is this? What zodiac season? This is Scorpio. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in. I hope you guys have a wonderful day throughout this beautiful day in Texas. And Texas, I realize Texas don't have a fall. It's straight heat, and then winter. Winter, it don't go through a fall session. It's just winter. Appreciate you, Brian. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in and locked in. Get locked in. Cowboys are 5-1, right? And they got an important game that's right around the corner. And everybody been talking about Dak Prescott. They overlooked the La'el Collins situation. Offensive lineman, Dak Prescott. Offensive lineman, Dak Prescott. The other person that's listed on this report as it relates to, like, in general, injuries or what have you, questionable. Tyron Smith, not a word from Tyron Smith, but everybody been talking about, Dak Prescott. And I get it, Dak Prescott is the man. But he's listed on this list as questionable is Tyron Smith and of course Dak Prescott. And Michael Gallup, he's not going to play this weekend. And of course, we heard news and rumblings of the quote unquote shout out to you, Lee Grant, Brent Urban and Maurice Kennedy. They was placed on IR. And on the opposite end, the Vikings, they have D.D. Westbrook questionable. Pierce, their defensive tackle, he's out. And Patrick Jones II, he's doubtful. And I don't know. What's the difference between doubtful and questionable? You know, I don't know why they listed that one. You guys can maybe entertain me with the knowledge that you guys got.
Are you not entertained? Are you not
You know, I know you guys got the knowledge, you know.
This is Sparta!
I just want to push some buttons over there. You know, I want to push some buttons. But let me see. Let me stop being stingy with my report. Let me pull this up right quick and give you guys some illustration for the nation. There we go. Bam. ESPN. You know, let me. I love ESPN, by the way. But let's slide it up a little bit. We don't want to give them all of the credit, but shout out to ESPN, right? You know, everybody love ESPN, and Disney, and everything. You know, we love them, but we gonna hide them a little bit, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Don't give them all of the plug, Lord. Don't give them everything. Give them some, but don't give them everything, unless they. Lord, what's good, man? We wanna sign you on for a 1-year contract. I probably last 90 days. Don't get through orientation because I'm wild law, you know. I cannot be contained, you know. But as people jump in, we're going to play some audio of some conversations that I heard throughout the world, you know, especially about our quarterback. It's my quarterback. But let's go right into it, right?
And, of course, there's the Cowboys trying to join
let's go right into
them
it.
one step closer. It's 6-1 coming off of a bye. And
let me know if y'all can hear that.
Just staying in that one-loss club to try and bring it all to full circle as that top seed is going to be lit because that's the one, that top seed race is going to be lit. That's the one, as we know, bye week. As we're right here in week 8, this is the old midway point of a season. And certainly is a midway point for a team that's already played 8 games. Not anymore. There's an extra game coming. And if
I love it when he says lit, you know. Rich Eisen, you know. I've spoken of this before, that if you're thinking about your division, just your division like the Eagles, the Giants, the Washington team, you probably be thinking too low of yourself. You got to be thinking, I got to win a home field playoff situation. I got to win home field throughout the playoffs. I like my Cowboys. I really do. I'm a hard grader, and I know, you know, I may seem as that I'm a little lackadaisy with this, but no, I'm not. I really do grade this team hard. And I try to be objective as possible. And since we've been winning, I be more on the softer side of things, right? I don't point out as much flaws because I get it. We want to be positive about it. But I come here to tell you that if you're thinking, oh, we just want to win our division, which is cool. I'm not finna sell you on that one. But I got to look at it like this. We got to beat out Tampa Bay. We got to beat out Green Bay. All of those Bay Area teams, Bay teams, we got to beat them, you know. We got to beat out Arizona. I want everything, and call me greedy, to come through Dallas. I do. I absolutely do. I don't want to give anybody an inch nor a mile of opportunity to get hot. And remember this. You'll prefer a team to get hot in November anyhow, right? November to remember. On the latter part of November, you want a team to get hot. And we got 11 games left. I get it for those who want to really be with the precautionary aspect of it. But I'm with the mindset that I'm trying to win any game possible. May he rest in peace. Kobe Bean Bryant was playing basketball game with his daughter, and he would not let her win. Two ways you can look at that. How horrible of a father he can be, right? Or on the opposite end, you can look at it like, man, he's making a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? He didn't let her win. He always played her difficult. May he rest in peace. Regardless of the situation, people can look at it and say, man, come on, man, let your girl win one, you know? But one thing about life and this world, it would chew you up and spit you out. This world, you would think that just because I graduated top of my class, made all A's or B's, never looked at a C. And I'm not saying that I'm that person because, boy, I had some bad grades. But that doesn't mean that just because you qualified, right, that you're going to get accepted. That doesn't mean just because you got the accolades, you're going to make money. There's thousands and thousands of people, valedictorian, living on the streets, didn't get the opportunity, didn't know how to, had all of the book smarts in the world, but don't have a sense of a street smart. But, you know, people think that this world, right, this world, if I do everything that's according to what the good book says or what my employer asks of me, that I'm going to make it in life or I'm going to be successful because I finished school on top of my grades or I grew up in a certain neighborhood. It don't work that way. Cowboy fans collectively thinking, and I'm not talking about you guys that's watching. It's too early in the morning for this, right? Yeah, 14 games left in the season. How many games left we got in the season? I don't think it's 14, right? But, you know, if you count everything, I got you. You got me on that one. Yeah, 14 games left in the season. But, you know, I get it. You did all of the calculations. Shoot, that's a good mindset to have. But collectively, I think that was Yarbird who put that comment there. Appreciate you. Collectively, I'm not talking about you guys, but a lot of people look at it like Cowboys, America's team. We on all of the primetime games, even if the game not primetime is prime, right? That they supposed to be given this and that, and it don't work that way. It don't.
I'm not mistaken, that Green Bay Kansas City game that's the 17th added regular season contest, isn't it?
Yes, correct on that.
So that's coming up for Green Bay. Their extra 17th game, that's coming up at Kansas City. Keep an eye on all that. Certainly as Dallas takes on Minnesota Sunday night, our weekly daily now.
Daily. This
week, check with Mike McCarthy. Check with Mike about Dak's calf muscle. Now look. Mike's not out. Mike's not standing there watching the rehab. He's getting reports.
Right.
Dak limited. And these calf muscles, you know, they can go any second. And he has no idea. But he's still got to answer the questions. Here we go. Here's his last check on it in front of a microphone. Mike McCarthy on Dak's readiness for Sunday Night Football. Right Friday. Here on a Friday.
Outside of soreness, how did he come through after pushing it more yesterday?
Good. No, he's confident. I mean, you know, he doesn't waver. You know, he wants to play, and he wants to continue to work towards that.
Will you make the decision tomorrow? Will it be a pregame workouts or everything on Sunday?
Really, I mean, we're focused on today. I mean, you know, just visiting with Britt earlier. He has a plan. You know, he has a workload capacity. He wants to hit. You know, regen is a big part of his day based off the work he's done Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll just stay on course.
Good luck, man. doesn't even want to say. I mean, it's a game time decision. Let's be honest. He'll go out there, do those hip openers and all that sort of stuff, and we'll be watching Tirico and the gang do their thing and keep an eye on all that 90 minutes before kick. It's gonna be big. He'll be up.
All right, let's see. Shout out to those who are on my TikTok. I think I have the audio here.
Just gotta keep progressing. This is
okay. Let's dive.
just gotta keep progressing. This is, I don't want to say something like my shoulder, but this is in a sense I don't know if it's just my decision. Obviously, you guys know me, been around and watch me go. I tell you right now, I'll go play today if I could. So knowing that this is a long journey and a long season, I don't necessarily know if this is fully my decision, but I'm going to just keep controlling things I can, get better. I've gotten better each and every day, and that's what's most important. So I'm just focused on doing that again tomorrow.
That was Dak Prescott. Shout out to my TikTok. I'm going to work it out so when I play it, you guys can see it. But unfortunately, I guess it goes into another loop page when I hit the play button, though. Dak Prescott, he lamented that he would like to play. He want to play. It's not his decision, but he said that he will focus on the things that he can control. Now, a leader of man is what he is, and I believe if I'm telling you, this is just my thoughts on it. If he want to play, if he want to get out there and risk it all, and somebody else intervene and step in and say, nah, dog, chill. We got a long journey to go. He's not the leader. He's second in command. He's third or fourth. You see, I'm the leader of this house. What I say goes. What I do goes. If I tell, cut the lights off, they off. Because I'm the leader. I don't think Joe Blow across the street can say, hey, Law, keep the light on for this week. Not happening. Because I'm the alpha male. It ends right here. Now, maybe it's somebody else's house. They can have somebody else to step in and say, hey, why don't you move the furniture here and place it over there? Regardless of the decision, whether it's right or wrong, a man stands on his ground, right? Nobody can move him off of that spot. And I'm not saying that if something changed, Dak Prescott somehow is in third or fourth command and he really, is beta mailing this thing out. I'm not saying that. No, don't get it twisted. Look, Jay Burson said, Jerry Jones, I'm the leader. Take me to your leader. But there's two types. There's two types of leaders, right? And when you think of it, and trust me, there are people who are in leadership roles or management role or ownership role or whatever it may be. Technically, since I'm paying mortgage on this house, right? I technically don't own the house, right? My name is just on the deed, right? But my name is just in place, because the bank holds the ownership of the house, right? But I'll be damned if the bank come over here and say, well, you got to do it this way. You got to do it that way. This is my house. I'm not behind on my mortgage. I'm leading over here, But I get it. Jerry Jones is the quote-unquote financially leader, financial person that makes sure that the people are in places and people are getting paid. And there's two types of leader. There's one that sits on that horse and say, charge! And everybody else goes, right? Or is that leader that says charge and he's leading. He's the front person, That's how it goes. Domsky82 says, in regular season, I feel you. Dr. Jerry Wayne, Johnny Walker, Blue Jones. Jay Burson, I feel you. It's just scary to think Cooper has only completed one pass. in the NFL. Oh, are you talking about in the regular season? You talking about not Amari Cooper, Cooper Rush. That's why when we hear the information through the practice of what happened this week, and I like it because the media twisted the truth out of Cooper Rush. They said, "Well, Coop," and I'm paraphrasing. You guys can probably find it yourself. And they said, "Cooper, how did practice go this week?" And lo and behold, Cooper said, "Yeah, practice went well." "Did you get any first-team reps?" "Yeah, I got first-team reps." "Oh, when did you get first-team reps?" "Oh, well, I got first-team reps while Dak Prescott through walkthroughs got first-team reps, you know." I don't think that he's supposed to leak that out, you know. But
have you heard any more information on Collins moving to guard?
Chuck, appreciate you so much for the donation there. I'm trying to. Here's where we got to go right here. Here's where we got to go with this, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Collins understand. Still is having a hell of a year so far, and it's still. And I think what people do is they get caught up in who's better. And that's not the case nor the scenario. And if you go back to watch all of my videos, I'm literally not saying that Steele is better than Collins. That's not the case nor the scenario. We have two holes on our front five, although we're doing great. Connor Williams is having his best season ever, right? Oh, on top of that, when you think about it and you contextualize everything of what Steele is doing juxtaposed to what Collins is doing, from a metric standpoint, 0 sacks given, right tackle is a more dominant position than in left guard, right? When you look at the duties and the responsibilities and you iron everything out and you would say, okay, the potentials is greater on Steele's side than what we've seen out of Collins. Case in point, if you were to marry the two as relates to where they started off at, if I were to say Connor's second year, I meant to say, juxtaposed to Steele's second year, and you put those numbers and prorated and forecast them, you know, budgeting, forecasting, and planning, forecasting, and your forecasting analysis, you would say that technically this Steele kid have a better potential to become a dominant right tackle. And I would say this too, Cowboy Nation, from a right tackle positioning, if you remove feelings and emotions and you put them in a jar and put them to the side, still technically, and I know it's only a sample size, it's only 5 games, is starting out better at right tackle than La'el Collins. Starting. I'm not saying, you know, that he's already, but starting. So what coaches got to do is they don't see the player as they are, but they see the player as they can become, right? But what fans tend to do is they see the player as he is. That's why when we talk about trade rumors and you talk about all of the new stuff that comes around, they get a lot of clicks, they get a lot of views. And I'm not selling or denigrating anybody who talk about rumor mills and trade situation. But the Cowboys don't look at this team as of present day. They're looking at this team as of 2022, 2023, in the future. Right? Let me know where I'm wrong. Let me know where I'm lying, you know, so yeah, so let me know where I'm lying. You know, that what's that movie? Days of Future Past. Right? When Xavier Woods, Xavier, not Woods, but Xavier, Professor X, he was like, I don't want your future. But the future, Xavier, was talking to the present day at the time, Xavier, and saying, hey, these are the things that you're going to become. You're going to be bald-headed. You're going to be in a wheelchair. But you're going to have great power. Let me know where I'm wrong. Was it days of future past? And sometimes people are in the present, and which is good. The present should outweigh the future. But the Cowboys cannot operate in the present. They got to operate right now in the future. They looking at still and say we do not want to slow or digress this, you know. Shout out to my dog Choctaw. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, I'm just saying that the La'el Collins, he now possess positional flex in a pinch. Football is a brutal sport. Somebody can go down just like that, and I'm not saying that it will happen, knock on wood. But now you got a guy that's getting valuable reps at right tackle and valuable reps at left guard. The movement would be, damn, I really like Terrence Steele. I know Zach Martin's not going anywhere. Tyron Smith, he's been questionable all week. We know that in the future there may be a situation in a scenario that we probably have to move on from him, but we're going to keep him at that spot. But for dog sure, we have our biggest reservations on Connor Williams. Why? Because this is his 4th year, and days of future past. Appreciate you, Jay Versick. They just have their reservations on him. They do, and truth be told, Cowboy Nation, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a little doubt, a little reservations on Tyler Biadasz too. And they're looking at Connor McGovern saying, "Hey, we got you, man. We're gonna try to squeeze you in. We're gonna try to squeeze you in, but it's competition, and it works out wonderfully because now Connor, who's having his best season ever. Now I'm saying, man, I gotta tighten up even more. We got big La'el Collins right behind me. He's saying that it's all sugar and spice, you know, and all nice. But I know what he's trying to do. And Terrence Steele know the same too. I can't slip up this week. Everybody say, hey, man, I'm a team player, but we know it, right? What's that song? What Usher said? It was Usher, don't leave a girl around me, true player for real. You know, fellas know. Fellas know if you got a hot thing, you ain't finna leave them around the fellas, you know. Don't care how good you trust them. Hey, man, you can take my girl home. You can take her home where, you know, she been drinking a little bit. You know, look, I know it's early in the morning, but real fellas, y'all know, you know. You know. My boy said he won't. But nah, I know what he do. Nah, I ain't finna get no. I ain't finna leave that door open, nor ajar. Yeah, Gina, she said, not my husband. No. Your husband, you see, your husband is the chief. He's the alpha male. He knows. And he's not saying that he don't trust you, you know. He don't trust his fellas, you know. They might, hey, we say sprinkle a little mama's cooking. His fellas may sprinkle. Oh, man, I digress.
I think he'll be up. The question is who else is going to be up? Who's going to be in?
Now, Rich, I keep track of this sort of information, not you. So I'm just going to let you in on something here.
Yes, sir.
So now this game in the desert opened.
Yes.
Vikings plus 1.5. So
yes.
That means they're getting 1.5 point. Dallas favored in the game.
Thank you.
Okay?
Okay, very good.
Shout out to you, Scott.
As of right now.
I'm fine with that. When you talk about other terms, you know.
Got it.
You know, you're teasing and parlaying and all that stuff. That's where you lose me.
Of course. Teasing, you add more points, but the amount you win.
No.
Okay. As of right now, 10:14 Pacific time, Rich. Vikings now -3. That is a massive swing. That is a 4.5-point swing in the direction of the home team now. That means Desert thinks Dak is out.
How all right is the desert on this sort of stuff?
Yeah. Rich, you see all those new buildings that are up there? have you been down the strip recently?
Yeah, it's because somebody keeps putting it all on, red.
You've been down the strip recently?
Somebody's just doesn't think that the dealer is going to hit 21 from a 2 with 9 cards. You know what I mean?
You've been in the wind?
It's not. It's because somebody also likes seeing people with blue paint flip around.
There's this new one there, Resorts World. My God, that means the desert's usually right on this stuff.
Usually
right. More often than not.
TJ.
I mean, look, man.
TJ.
Am I worried?
You damn straight.
Come on, TJ.
Because it's going to be more than just.
But here's the deal, Rich. Though, let's just say he misses the game, right? And we decide that for some precautionary reason they're going to send him out. I don't believe that's going to happen.
Send out your Cooper Rush uniforms.
But if he does, you know what? Then if that means he's going to stay healthier for the rest of the season by missing a week, then I think everyone would be okay with that.
Of course.
I just don't believe that that's going to happen. I mean, he said himself he went hard in practice on, I believe, Wednesday. Didn't hold back, didn't go 75%. So I would assume, today he'd be a little bit sore, right?
All right.
But,
okay.
Cooper Rush, 3 career passes.
That's it.
3.
Oh. Jerry Jones has spoken on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. On the same day, Mike McCarthy said the injured calf of Dak Prescott is sore. Cowboys need to make a decision that's about more than one game. Kind of what you said, TJ, right? Jerry Jones says this, quote, I'd like to think Dak can go, and will think that. Power of positive thinking.
Hey, you know what that means.
Speak it.
You know what happens on Monday.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Well, and again, this may be what the folks in Vegas are thinking. Because right now, I'll read the copy as it is.
I'm going to tell y'all, man, Jerry going to make a whole bunch of money. Ooh, he's going to make a whole bunch of money. Bunch of money this weekend.
Peacock gives me the copy. Can you play the Sunday Night Football music, Jay? Just to go out there. Here we go. Hit it. Here we go. Halloween night. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys head to Minnesota to battle Dalvin Cook and the Vikings Sunday, 7 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. That's that. Right? Now, keep it going.
Okay. The alternate read?
Just
start. Here we go. Halloween night, it's more trick than treat as Cooper Rush and his 3 career passing attempts takes on Dalvin Cook and the Minnesota Vikings while TJ Jefferson sits at home and eats figurative poop watching NBC and Peacock.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, there's no way you can sell Cooper Rush, right? Look, let's be real. You could not sell Cooper Rush to anyone. I think that he even got a new name this preseason, and people was putting P on his name, like Pooper Rush. But I get it, right? You know that Vegas got to do theirs. Jerry got to sell his. The moon is made of cheese, and you purchase the jet, the fuel, and everything. You still got to purchase it from Jerry. You get all the way up there, and you say, Jerry. This is a big rock. I thought it was going to be cheese. Hey, my bad. That's just how that goes when you're a salesman. And I do not blame it on Jerry. You got to keep Vegas honest. And Vegas stretching. They trying to figure out, will Dak Prescott play? And you're not talking about, look, you're not talking about tear. You're talking about soreness, right? You're talking about absolute soreness that you sit out this game, and then the next game, right? Who knows? I cut the grass the other day. I got a little soreness. Who knows, right? Another soreness happened elsewhere, So I'm going to sit out another one because I'm sore. I can't make this stuff up. Now, most people we've seen, even with a broken, let me turn my thing down a little bit, even with a broken, let me know if I'm too loud, even with a broken bone or something like that, you see them out there playing. So it goes to show you that the interest of a lot of people are on the aspect of selling things. Now, Dak Prescott is on record saying, I want to play. I'm quite sure the person that's managing the soreness, that's living in the body of the sore, knows how far they can go with it. I'll never recall. I meant to say, Tony Romo, the first time he broke his collarbone, he said, hey, did the guy catch it, I believe? And he was on the sideline. They said, look, man, we're going to have to check you out. The guy went into the tent with a broken collarbone, came out with that same broken collarbone, was trying to get back out there on the field. They had to hide his helmet. Let that sink in. Dak Prescott was on the plane. Yeah. So if I'm not playing because of soreness, I'm not going to be on no doggone plane. I'll be rooting for the team from the sideline. Rooting for the team, not just from the sideline, but from the confines of my home. I'll be locked, loaded, mad, watching my troops go out there and fight a war, a battle. Because a lot of people say it's not war, not battle. Ask Ryan Sazier if it's not war, not battle. This is war. People are coming with bad intentions. You see. So, I don't. Let me see if I didn't listen to this entire episode, but let me see what they have to say. And shout out to Rich Eisen,
It's different, right?
It's different. I don't know if like Fred and everybody is going to go for that.
And see.
But,
I don't want to eat poop.
TJ Jefferson hands out pennies and big ol' honey.
You'll get nothing and like it.
Fun-size candy from 1973 to all children that knock on his door as he cries in his Cooper Rush soup.
Kids are getting broccoli.
Broccoli pretty good. Especially
Broccoli stems.
I'd like to think he's going to play, and I will think that.
Positive thinking. Remember, Rich, positivity here.
Positive thinking. Go Braves. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. There's
Go
a World
Braves.
Series.
Go Braves. World
That's very
Series. Wrap
good.
it up.
Okay. So, remember how Mike Tomlin said, how come they're not asking Sean Payton? They're not asking Andy Reid?
Did they get asked, finally?
No.
Oh.
Oh, my dog. Tomlin was hot on that one. All right, so we're going to go and switch it up. We're going to talk, let's listen to Stephen Jones, right? John Stephen Jones. This is his full government name, by the way. And we definitely cannot wait until Sunday, right, night. The craziest thing of it, I kind of like Sunday night games, but I want to get my game out the way and over with, right? So we got to sit back and wait and watch all of those other teams play their little poo-poo game, and then we have to wait and knowing that everybody will be watching us, huh? Sometimes I like the 3 o'clock slot, right? I kind of like that area. It's kind of like in between, or believe it or not, I like the early in the morning time, Let's go, Cowboy Nation.
What's your thoughts on Dak? What can you share with us on your quarterback situation going into Sunday night?
Well, not a lot to add to anything that's been said. Obviously, we're still very optimistic about it and going to see how it goes tomorrow, which will be key for us. And, the biggest thing we've got to deal with here is, we're dealing with a player here that's ultra competitive and certainly wants to play regardless. And we just got to get our hands around, if he's truly ready and if that's in our best interest to line him up and play him against the Vikings.
Stephen, as and I appreciate the answer and the candor on that there. The situation, though, at right tackle, was this more about that, with Lyle Collins coming back, was this more about just Terrence Steele has just played so much better? Is the organization not happy with Lyle Collins? Can you share why Terrence Steele is still your starting right tackle?
Well, I think all the above. It's you got to first of all, Terrence Steele stepped up and played really well. Second of all, Lyle hadn't been involved in really practicing and leaning on big bodies for 5 weeks. And, while we're getting him ready to go, we thought it was good, as we all know how important a player is. And certainly when he has versatility, it doesn't get any better. So, if Lyle can get in there and help play guard as well, then as we start to head down the home stretch and we got guys who can do multiple things, it's certainly helpful. But we all know Lyle can be an impactful right tackle for us as well. But certainly those guys are playing well as a unit right now. Steele certainly has stepped up. We've talked about it and playing well. But in no way is this any indication as to how we feel about Lyle Collins.
No doubt. And let me add this into it. Just if I can be objective as possible. Hear me out. Don't crucify me, Cowboy Nation. And don't shank me with the butter knife. Don't do that. Don't do that. If we was on this same winning spree with Ty Nsekhe at left tackle and Tyron Smith was available to play tomorrow, Ty Nsekhe would be on the bench. Just have to put that into your mind. I just have to tell you guys that this is a different situation. They see potential in Terrence Steele. Remember, they're looking for the future. And they have their reservations on Connor and Tyler Biadasz.
Is there a chance that he ends up starting at guard here soon?
No, we're just, what we're doing is making this team as competitive as possible. Certainly that's the case at a lot of positions we have right now. When a player goes down, we've had guys step up, and certainly in the defensive line, it's very competitive as guys have stepped up. The safety position with Dono Wilson and Hooker and Curse and Kazee. I mean, all these situations, everybody's got to come to work every day and earn the right to be active and play in the game. We got Kelvin Joseph coming back at the corner spot, who's going to really push people. So, this is, in my opinion, what makes a team really come together and really gel is when you got to come to work every day and practice your butt off and make sure you're keeping your spot or you're working to get a spot. And, at the end of the day, I've been saying it all year, you need them all. And certainly we're going to need them all. And we know how quickly a situation can change, just as we saw last year where you go from thinking you're deep at a spot and you look up and 2-3 injuries in the offensive line, 2 or 3 injuries in the defensive line. Then next thing you know, you're needing everybody. So we feel really good about our situation. I think we got this team's very unselfish. Starts at the top with Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody understands the situation, that we've got some really good football players on this team that are going to push everybody, and it should pay off for us.
Stephen, we're all hopeful that Dak is able to play for you. There's no question about that. But when we were out in Oxnard with you, Garrett Gilbert was the primary backup quarterback, and then things switched where Cooper Rush then became really your primary backup quarterback. Can you tell us how that transferred from one to the other? Was there a day, a practice? Is there something along the way that if Cooper Rush has to play this weekend that you guys feel solid about him?
That's a dang on good question. Bye. Brian Broaddus. Let's listen to what he had to say. But let me hit this one more time. Woo! Brian Broaddus, now you know that was a low blow, bro. Come on.
Well, one thing, Cooper had some injuries early, and I had to overcome them. But one thing about both Garrett and Cooper, hats off to them, is I think both of them could coach in this league. They could be quarterback coaches and work their way into being NFL coaches. They know the system that well. But at the end of the day, just really felt like, Cooper had outplayed good and felt like he's the guy that can step in, and we really think can do a great job, especially with the way this offense is running right now. We've got the offensive line's in great shape. Obviously, our receiving core is getting ready to get stronger. Probably won't see him this week, but Gallup's right around the corner. Good backs, good tight ends. Certainly, Cooper knows how to run this offense, and I think he'll do a great job if he has to play. But that's still yet to be determined because got number 4 working his butt off out there, and certainly optimistic that he can step out there and play for us.
Stephen, with Micah Parsons, we've seen him play off the ball. We've seen him play primarily edge when he needed to, when you had the bodies for that. Is there a long-term picture of him needing to fit into one or the other, or do you guys enjoy the Swiss Army knife part of it?
I think we enjoy the Swiss Army knife. Certainly we've got great coaches that are monitoring that, whether it's a Dan Quinn, whether it's George Edwards. They understand when you get to a point of diminishing returns. But I think right now we do enjoy the flexibility and the unknown that comes with him week in and week out as to what his role may be in a particular game, where he might rush from, when he's going to drop in coverage, and certainly when he's just going to be playing straight-up linebacker, running sideline to sideline and making plays, which, he certainly has the skill set to do any and all the above. So we'll continue to use him as a player who, when the other team breaks the huddle, I've said this in the past, that he needs to be accounted for. And when there's an unknown as to where he may be lining up, whether it's Mike linebacker, edge rusher, outside linebacker, certainly I think that brings another challenging dimension to our defense.
That was the end of that interview. For those who want the full interview without me pausing and rewinding, I just post a link there. You guys can see it in the description box there. Cowboy Nation, you said diminishing rates of return, but first you got to get to your rates, right? You got to figure out, okay, these are the marginal rates right that we're getting right now, and trying to find the marginal rates for Michael Parsons been difficult, right? But he leads all rookies as it relates to pressure on the quarterback. I think it's right at 22. It could be off a week because that was last week. I don't know if anybody called him since then. But what was it? Ojulari is having a hell of a year for the Giants. He's leading all rookies in sacks or what have you at 5.5. And of course, we know with our natural eyes, if you put Parsons primarily only at the edge, then Parsons will be leading all rookies with sacks or what have you. But we're not playing for stats, and I get it. We plan to win the game. So to marginalize, right, of my guy Parsons' skill set, he may not get that picture of being dominant because he's placed in so many areas, right? Mike linebacker, now we got him as Sam, or we going to put him on the, at the wheel, or we going to blitz him off the edge. They got this guy doing so many things that it's hard to really pinpoint his good deeds there. But you got to look at it from a perspective that he's dominant at edge and he's dominant at linebacker. So I don't know if you can split the two, but that's what he's doing, and that's a wonderful job. Now, far as what he said about Cooper Rush, we can look at it and say, all right, we get it. Well, he only completed 3 passes, right? And that's just how it goes from here. Not finna pull up his stats or anything. We just got to look at it like this. If the daddy can sell, the son can sell too. So if there was not a definitive, that's what I'm trying to say, in a PC or, soft way, because I don't want to be negative, right? There wasn't a definitive saying or viewpoint that this is your backup quarterback and you're happy with it if Dak goes down for 2 to 3 games. We didn't find that out this preseason. And we didn't see it, believe it or not, in OTAs, training camp, or what have you, when we had the chance and opportunity to see it. So I hope that they see something that we didn't see, right? That's the only thing that I can lean on, right? Because at one point, Garrett Gilbert looked good. And then at the other point, Ben DiNucci looked better than Garrett Gilbert. And believe it or not, Ben DiNucci was the first quarterback to score a touchdown in the preseason, right? I believe. And then Cooper Rush looked good. But one of those games, we're like, hey, whoa, what was that? But maybe, just maybe, when the lights turn on, we can have that shining, bright moment, just like what Jason Garrett did when we needed Jason Garrett to step up. And it was a Thanksgiving game, right? Maybe, just maybe. Shout out to you, Yarbor. I've seen the donation on the Cash App, and I really appreciate you. He wanted me. A to Z Media Network says, "Ben DiNucci time, baby." Shout out to A to Z Media Network. A lot of A to Z's out there. Lockhart family says, it comes to it. Cooper Rush starts. I believe our offense and our defense is just good to care. Just that good to care of. Okay, I feel you. Just that good to take care of this game. How would you do that, Law? Well, I would showcase Ezekiel Elliott. I would showcase as well Tony Pollard. And I will go with 2 tight end sets on certain situations to give my quarterback good protection. And I would let him know he don't have a quick release like Dakota Prescott. And his arm is a little soft there. And I'm not saying that Cooper Rush can't play. But to get him comfortable, you will have to say Cooper. You got Amari Cooper. You got the safety over the top. They rolling his way. There's a lamb right there. Not in the bush, but there's a lamb on the X. You know, you might want to fade ball that thing because Cooper, if I can say one thing about Cooper in a very positive way, Cooper Rush got a good fade ball. He can fade that thing. Probably he throw a fade ball better than Dak Prescott, especially in the red zone. So if that can be his calling card, say I'm gonna throw only to the single receiver, we'll go that way, objectively speaking. But his primary duty should be making sure that Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott collectively get north of 20 to 25 attempts in this game. Shout out to you, Lee Grant. Thank you so much for that. Lamb to the corner. Yeah. Bring in Nucci. Nucci will just make the game fun by him running around for his life, right? He'll make it seem as if everything is closing in on him. But the good thing about Nucci, I got to say this, and I know you guys will probably just come left and right at me in the comment box. We never got a chance to see DiNucci with this front five, right? We saw him thrown out there with the last team situations, right? So hopefully, but he's not even he didn't even make the trip. He's on the practice squad, by the way. And let's not. We got Will Greer, so we'll see how this thing goes. Nucci on the plane, 2,200 yards rushing yards or more, and we win this game. This Doomski 82. All right, so at this time, since we living in this world of fantasy, Q&A time is open. The phone line for your mind is wide open. I know it's Saturday, and I need you guys score predictions. I need you guys to hit home with what you think was going to go with the game. Everyone is granted, like the Wishmasher, everyone is granted, let's do 2 minutes, hard 2 minutes, and we're going to get out of here, right? Enjoy your time with your family, friends, and loved ones on this beautiful Saturday. Appreciate everybody. But before we go into that, let's pay some bills. Let's go.
Shouting out my partners at The Game Day. The Game Day is a new sports and sports betting media company built for today's fans. Check out the link in my bio or my community tab for all their great content, and head to their website, thegameday.com, for the latest sportsbook promos, betting tips, expert picks, and sportsbook app reviews.
Excellent. Yeah, appreciate everybody for holding back. The phone lines are now open. Look, I get it. We all don't look alike. We all don't talk alike. We don't sound alike, but we root for this team. We want what's best for this team. 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind, the Game Day hotline. Appreciate everybody for being part of this thing. Happy Halloween, Law Nation and Cowboy Nation. I get it. I know what's going to happen. You see, this is what's going to happen. Dak Prescott is going to come to Halloween. He's going to dress up as Cooper Rush. How about that? Cooper Rush starting, but it's Dak Prescott. That would be tight. That if the NFL say on games that fall on the Halloween day, that will be the only game that you can wear anyone's jersey. That would be nice, But you got to make sure, the jersey that you wear that somebody else is not wearing the same one. That would be nice. That would be nice. Brilliant concept. All right, we got Gina. You're live.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's good?
Cowboy Nation in the house.
Day on this beautiful day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's raining here in Nashville, but
oh wow!
I tell you, I got some good news yesterday about the Cowboys. They are coming to Cashville next year. They are on the Titans schedule. The Titans are scheduled to play the NFC East next year, so they'll be in Cashville next year. I am super excited. I wanted to just let everybody know we have a great supporting cast around Cooper Rush and whoever's back there. Right. Dak, whoever it's going to be. We got a good supporting cast. Sometimes your leading man don't always cut it. Right. Let's just be real. Sometimes the leading man don't always cut it, but we got a great supporting cast, and we should really be super excited going into this game. We got this game. Right. We got this game. We got preparation, this week. We planned, for the Vikings. We got this. We say, about Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush is in the NFL. Last time I checked, I don't think he's playing high school ball right now.
No. He in the NFL. He made it.
This the NFL. This next man up. So, hey, just sit back, chill, enjoy your Saturday, get ready for Sunday. We got this. We got a great supporting cast, and we're going to rally around Cooper Rush or whoever's back there. We're going to rally around them, and we're going to get this W.
You gonna go get that dub? What you got for the score prediction there, Gina?
Let's see, Law. I'll give you 27-21 Cowboys.
27. Ooh, yeah.
27-21 Dallas.
That sounds very plausible.
And I see Parsons. I see Coop. And I see Diggs having a good game. Coop, Diggs, and Parsons. I see them really shining.
I have no rebuttal to your demands there. I want that to happen. Win, lose, or draw. If we can come out there with the skin of our teeth, I'm going to be still the same passionate guy. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to still be the passionate guy because there's positives in everything. You know how that goes, Gina, right?
When you're a Cowboys fan, see, we got so many people that want to be in our shoes. I have lost so many friends because we're winning. People don't even post anymore. I can't even find them. I had to put something on after we beat New England, I had to put a post up on my Facebook page. please stop calling. Please stop texting. We don't play this week. We got to bye.
Wow.
After we beat New England. They were, who Cowboys play? Who Cowboys play? Listen, who does your team play? Well, I ain't sure who. Okay, you're a Cowboy fan. You're asking me who we play. You don't even know who your team play.
Wow.
Who y'all play? Who y'all gonna play? Who y'all? You're a fan.
You're a fan. Yep.
You're a fan. You don't even know your team played this. You don't even know if your team got a bye.
When they know more about our team than their own. Oh,
they know more about. Yeah, I see where so and so. Okay, what about your team?
What about yours? You know?
I had a guy one time got so mad at me, sent me a message about 3:00 in the morning. I was on my old high school friends page, and I was talking about the Cowboy haters. He got so mad. I wasn't even talking to him. He got so mad, sent me a message at 2 a.m. You need to stay off. You don't know what you talk. I said, oh, that kind of hit. That hit you a certain way, didn't it? Oh, that hit you a certain way. Leave my boys alone. Leave my boys alone. We don't bother you, so don't you bother us.
Don't bother us. And then on top of that, Gina, you know what to tell them next time? The dog.
What?
They get hit with the brick. Yups. You know? And I throw nothing but the brick of truth over here, baby.
That's it. But I tell you, you know where I am. You know, my DNA, it's in my DNA. Them Cowboys, that blue and gray is in my DNA. All day, every day. And you know what I'm gonna tell you right now?
Talk to me.
Ain't no party like a Cowboy party, cause a Cowboy
party don't stop. Yeah. Gina, appreciate you so much for calling in. Oh, I love it.
Right.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Enjoy your Saturday. Keep your heads up. We got 27-21 Cowboys coming up out of there with a win.
Yeah, I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Gina, yeah. That wasn't a good call at all. That was a great one. Hey, I love it. I love her energy. I believe she called in at one time. It was a game, halftime speech, and she was just saying, hey, this is what's going to happen. Just stay with it, stick with it. And lo and behold, when she had put it right on the nail, the exact score and everything. So shout out to Gina. Let's see. Let me give a shout out to Michael. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. We can win this game. Even if Dak don't play, Rush only have to manage, and the team will do the rest. 31-17. It's from MG. Michael Gibson. Appreciate you for your love and adulations. All right. Burnett says Vikings 45, Dallas 17. And that's without Dak. I feel you on that. He donated to say, hey, the Vikings finna put 45 up on us. Okay, I feel you. All right, I got my guy from the 214. You're live.
Yo, what's up, Law?
What's good with you, fam?
Law Nation, baby. What's up with you? You doing all right?
Man, everything great, man. I can't complain about it, man. This is my dog from Oak Cliff, right?
Yeah, man. Oak Cliff 6, you know what it is.
Yeah. What's good with you, baby?
Man, nothing, man. I just had to call in. I see you live, man. You heard me and baby girl over here cleaning up, getting ready to, just get ready for this Sunday, because we got to do what we do best. You feel what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. You making sure everything is in order at your house, at your crib, at your spot, making sure, hey, this is my good luck section right here.
Now, so, you got to do what you got to do when you got some kids. This is all I'm going to say, Laos. You don't think Dak gonna play today?
Man,
or tomorrow?
I'm thinking. Look, they're gonna have to hide his helmet. They're going to have to hide his helmet. You remember what he said in training camp when Hard Knocks got out there? People thought that Dak Prescott was a button-up guy, clean cut, that don't talk much. You know what I'm saying? He said, I can't even repeat what he said off the airways. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to understand. You start showing your face once you get your money. You can't do all this until you get your money. You know what I'm saying? Law, you feel me? So Dak always had that in him. He's from Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, I know
Come
it.
on
Yeah.
Come on now.
He played at Mississippi State, too. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Played at State. You feel what I'm saying? I'm Starksville.
And we call it over here Starks Vegas, you know, and it's another reason why we say that. But people that's not from around Mississippi, they don't know why they call it Stark Vegas.
They don't understand about man. It's different down there. It's a whole different community.
Right.
But yeah, man. Well, I mean, Law, I just wanted to hit you, man. I ain't want too much. You know, it's Saturday. I really feel like we're gonna have if Dak don't play, I really still feel like we got a chance to win. All you gotta do is just put it in them two dragons we got back there, put the ball in their hands.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Dink and Dak, work the middle of the field with the tight ends, you know, a little simple stuff. You feel me?
Right.
We ain't gonna blow them out. But
Right.
I don't just see us. I see us still having a chance to win. And then Vegas, you said the line is what, 1? They favoring Cowboys by 1?
Well, they got us down
So
by
they know
3.
something.
They
Oh, okay, they got it.
Yeah.
They moved it to 3.
Yeah.
So they doing that because they don't know if Dak gonna play or not. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, and if that line at that point, I feel like Dak gonna play if they got it at 3. You get what I'm saying? If Dak didn't play at all, they would have had us probably like 5. It would have been like 5.
No doubt, man. My dog, man. But I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
But yeah, man, look, you keep it up, man. Y'all, the whole team, vouch everybody. You feel me?
No
Y'all
doubt.
be safe, man. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
All right, bro. Salute. Good call from him, Westmoreland. Let's read some of these super chats, man. I really appreciate you for jumping in, my dog. We got David with the $5. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your love and adulations for the nation to help elevate this thing. Lance Bell says Dak is an alpha. Appreciate you for that. Williams says there's no way this defense allows this game to get out of control without Dak. Cowboys 13, Vikings 10. This is from Williams. Now, this will be our all-time low if we hold an opponent to 10 points, but I feel exactly what you are saying. I think we give up 22 to 23 points a game, and we average 30. So with Dak Prescott, you know, it could be a situation and a chance that we won't score north of 30. But without him, maybe we'll shave back 10 points. It could still be a tight game, but I'm not finna do the numbers game with you guys today. Shout out to your Nobles, royalty. Dallas, 43, the Vikings, 30 with Dak. I like that, Nobles. Without Dak, Dallas 27, Vikings, 24 with Rush. So I like that altogether. Let's bring in the 903. You're live.
Hey, yo, what up, Law?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on with you, man? So everything good? Hey, man, I want to ask a question about is it confirmed that Lyle Collins will be at the left guard?
No,
or is it just speculation?
It's still on the depth chart. He's at backup right tackle and he's at backup left guard. So they got him as a situation where they want to keep everybody wondering.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, I'm just gonna say this, man. I just really feel like the Cowboys will be fine. See, I'm a person where I like because it's one game in 3 weeks,
right?
Which is tomorrow, Sunday night. So putting us, I understand everybody want to chase the first round bye and all that stuff. That stuff don't matter. I've been 25 years dealing with this crap. So the first round buys to me, yes, it's good, it's fine and dandy, that's cool, but I don't really care about that because I think our team is good enough to go on the road wherever we got to go. I think we're good enough.
That's facts.
Like that, you see how we played it in Tampa Bay, and we gave them a run for their money. So I'm not gonna even worry about that. And I understand the fans, they want that first round bye, they want Dak to play this and this and that. But me personally, from what it seems to be from the game he got hurt, the last game, up until now with, Dak speaking his speak, I really feel like we should hold off on him right now. Yes, the Vikings, I think we'll be fine with Cooper Rush. Even though I all our backups are trash. Put it like that. But I think with Zeke and Pollard, I think we have to stretch the run game, basically like short screens, them little screens, make the run, stretch them out because they're gonna be playing Zeke and Pollard if Dak don't play.
But let me ask you this though, and I feel your stance on this. What's your name, fam? Jay. So let me ask you this, Jay. What do Dak want to do?
I think Dak wants to play.
He want to play.
Dog,
he want to play. So when Jordan had the flu, what do you think coaching and everybody in that building? Did you think that they really wanted Jordan to play? They said, "No, you got a flu, dog. Why don't you just sit at the house? You're running a fever right about now."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jordan had to say so. You got to think about it. You got to think of his label. He was Jordan at that time, so Jordan gonna have to say so, kind of like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? LeBron gonna run, do what he want to do.
He want to do. When Dez Bryant lost his father, the organization probably would have said, you could just chill. But what did Dez Bryant wanted to do? He wanted to what?
He wanted to play.
Brett Favre had every broken bone in his body. You couldn't get him up off the field. He wanted to play. Tony Romo had a doggone back spliced in half almost, and he got out there to play. So it's gonna be hard. Dak Prescott is on that plane. He landed in Minnesota. They're gonna have to hide his helmet. That's what they're gonna have to do in order for him not to play. That's what I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Because that's who Dak is. You know what I'm saying? And so I know he wants to play, but I'm just speaking from a term of even if Dak agreed. Let's just hypothetically say Dak agreed when they came to him and said they come to him and say, hey man, Dak, I know you want to play, and Dak, yeah, I want to get in there. I want to get in there X, Y, and Z, and they be like, man, I just feel like, man, we can be okay without you, and we can let that calf rest a little bit. If Dak agrees to that, I'm just saying as a hypothetical, I think we'll be fine.
Right.
Even if we took the L, I think we'll be fine. We'll be okay because, like I said, I've been a Cowboy fan for years since I was 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? And all this 25 years of mediocrity, that first round bye that everybody's hoping for. Come on,
but you do know, and I'm not trying to sell it or denigrate it, but it was 12 of those years was with Wade Phillips and Jason Garrett. If you add both of those years together, Garrett been here for 10 years, and I think Wade Phillips was here for 2 years. So you add those, that's a long year. That's a lot of years of the Cowboys front office allowing that. Exactly. I think that you would have a different mindset if we had Parcells for that long stretch of years. We only had Parcells for 3.5 years, basically. And he took this team to the playoffs two out of the 3.5 years, basically. I think one with Quincy Carter and one with Tony Romo.
Oh.
Yeah. So I get it. We've been wanting a team to be dominant like we are right now. But I'm gonna just leave it at this. Even if we win, lose, or draw, we still gonna support this team. But I do see your angle of saying, okay, rest Dak Prescott for this game, and let him be ready for the rest of the season. But you and I both, it sounds like you and I both played sports before, right? You played sports before, right?
Oh yeah, man.
It's not a definite that he sit out Sunday, that all of a sudden Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, his calf is just going to be 100%. No player that plays right now will ever be 100%.
Nope, exactly.
That's my stance on it.
Look at the next 3 games that we have after this.
Mm-hmm.
Those not going to be no. Yeah, we should win those games. I'm not going to say the Chiefs, because that's going to be a toss-up because the way the Chiefs are playing. That's a toss-up. They still got Patrick Mahomes. But what I'm saying is the next 3 games, there ain't going to be no pushovers because, everybody hate us. Everybody want to beat us.
Facts.
So there ain't going to be no pushover. So we got to and think about the reason why I'm saying that is the Vikings, man. Come on, man. They get after that quarterback. And you don't want to put Dak in no predicament, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say, man.
I feel you though. I feel you all the way. Jay. But I appreciate you so much for calling in.
All right, salute to you, Law.
Appreciate you, man. That's a good call from him. I do like people's stance. I absolutely do, especially when it comes from health and they having their reservations. But my mindset, I don't give a dog about the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chiefs. We got to look at every game and play it like it's your last. Now, if you go back and listen to sounds of the sideline, Dak Prescott said out of his mouth, we come out here to play this game, and everybody here to watch us, but we got to leave it all on the field. He didn't say some or a piece of it. You can't be saying, I'm going to leave it all out there on the field. Then the next week you say, I'm going to put some of it on the field. You got to go into this situation and say, I'm going to leave it all on the field. Now, that's his mindset. Jerry Jones got a different one. He's probably looking at it like, man, that's $160 million. I don't give a dog what this dude named Law Nation is saying on some YouTube / Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Amazon, because I'm everywhere. Because I don't like when people say, he's just a YouTuber. I'm everywhere, baby. But I don't like it, from that perspective, right? You just can't be listening to some guy, That's $160 million. I get it. But from Dak Prescott, he said it. He's not playing. He's not playing for the money. Although, we know how that goes. But let me read some of these super chats, man. I really appreciate you guys for helping out. Nobles, read that one already, but appreciate you, Nobles. We have Steven. Is that Steven Jones? Cowboy. Is it Angelone? Angelone? I can't read. I promise you I can't. It's not about how many times you get it, but how many times you get up. And we keep getting it. Go Cowboys. It's not how many times you get hit, I believe. That's what you wanted to put there. But how many times you get up and keep getting up. Yeah. I have a true stance with that. If you fall, try to land on your back. If you can look up, you can get up. But I feel you. And it's not how many times you get hit, it's how many times you stand. So I feel you on that one. Let's listen in to the landlord. You're live.
What's going on with you, Law?
What's good with you, Chief? Everything good over here, man. Shout out to you on your Twitter, man, and Twitch, I meant to say. Not Twitch. TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you doing pretty good over there, man.
About 4, man.
4, Dak Prescott.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The powers that be trying to take my boy down. Man. What's going on?
I believe that they said this one time during the Hard Knocks episode. Dak Prescott, he's one of those guys you got to save from himself, right? And we hear that, right, all the time.
Yeah.
But that's just who he is. You take a little bit of that from him, you might not get the warrior. A lot of times people will see that wild horse and they will gild him. And you can look up a gilded horse. I'm not going to get into the details and let you guys know how country I am. But a lot of times they do that so they can control the horse, right? But that's taking away the natural instinct of said horse. He's no longer a stallion. And now you're looking at it like, it's still a beautiful horse, got all of the temperaments that you want, but it's not that spontaneity. And I believe that the Cowboys should, hear me out, just allow this man to walk out on what he believes in, which is, what's those 4 sayings? You might know, landlord. He put it on his wrist.
Oh, faith, fight, finish. All right.
Yeah. I mean, that go against his creed, right? Faith, fight, finish. Faith. Yeah. You can't see it. You can't see it. If you can see it, let me know it. Let me know. But that's how this guy builds himself. When his mom passed away, he shaved his head off and went out there to play. You know, everybody was looking at that thing at Mississippi State, sitting there like, oh, man, whoa, Dak, you should be grieving your mom right now, you know. So he's built different. Yeah. He goes by that creed. And the moment
then he just lost his grandma.
And he just lost his granny, you know. So the moment you snatch that creed from him, you snatch his being, you don't know what type of Prescott you're going to get the following weeks. But I digress. What you got for this episode?
Yeah, that's just like exactly how you said, man. It's just like you got a Hellcat and you put a governor on there. You got to let that thing be what it is. Right. You can't have a lion in a cage, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let a lion be a lion.
You gotta let him be.
So yeah, I'm with you on that type of stance, man. And all these people thinking that just because we up in the division, man, like that don't mean nothing, man. This NFL thing is fluid, man. This is a week to week business. Like anything can happen in the next 2 weeks. And just because we thinking we can forfeit this game, basically, like I believe we can be competitive with Cooper Rush, but I ain't gonna lie to the nation and just think I feel like he can win this game. But I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm optimistic as to death, but I just don't want to lie to y'all. I don't know.
I mean, you can lie to kick it, right? No, I'm just playing, dude. but you know what? You know what? Last year, around this time, the Vikings were like 1-6, 1-7, and they went on a run. They got hot. Although I believe they didn't make the playoffs, but they was fighting for a playoff chance. That goes to show you that the season is long. And you never want to sleep on your
fluid, man. This a week to week business. Like you said, we give up this game to the Vikings, or we don't put our best foot forward for this game, and we meet the Vikings down the line, and that affect our positioning or something. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff, every game matters, man. And if we trying to meet our ultimate goal, which is the Super Bowl, we need to be putting our best foot forward, man. And you, like you said, he just saw. Come on now, we ain't like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't laughing or doubting Dak's dedication. We know it's the organization who would held him back if that happened. Right. But man, like our team is wired differently now. We want them boys to be out there and smashing heads. You know they want to run, hit, and talk. You know what they said. This team wild different, man. Them boys want to put on a show, and we don't want to be out there showing another team or the rest of the NFL that, you know what I'm saying, we vulnerable. I feel like Dak can come out there and ball out and really win this game. He can rest the rest of the week.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in, landlord.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, landlord Bama, man. Shout out to his TikTok and his IG post, man. The guy's killing it. Let's jump over to the 332. What's new?
What's going on, Lord, man? It's your boy 332, man.
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
Nah, man, just seeing how much, they just, they got us on the upset alert, because they don't know if Dak is on play. And honestly, my opinion, if he's healthy enough and he wants to play,
right,
I'll let him play. I believe in him. I just, hope that if they do allow him to play, that they game plan the offense around his cast and what he can and can't do, as per, not moving the pocket and, just making him stay in the pocket and not move so much, although he's going to have to move.
Right.
I still think you ride Zeke and you ride Tony Pollard and you get the offensive line moving and you see what happens. I still think we're going to win. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think because them boys in Minnesota, man, they play good at home. And
they do, yeah.
I just got this funny feeling, Everson Griffin, Danielle Hunter, he playing with an edge, they hate us. He game planning for this. I feel like Griffin he game planning for this after, he had a, bad release with us last year. So he's looking to get back at us. So I just hope that they stay prepared on the outside and they watch Mike Zimmer with them blitzes because he gonna load the box up and he's gonna make us pass it, I guess. But I feel like he can do it. I feel like we can do it.
I think we can, man. We just don't need to get embarrassed. We definitely don't. Primetime game. We just got to keep everything in front of us, play solid. And if the kid want to play, let the kid play.
Absolutely. I feel like, like you said, man, nobody is 100%. We all got a couple bruises, nicks. We fighting through adversity. But if he trusts himself, he knows how important this season is. And, we riding on him. So I feel like he wouldn't put himself in that position if he couldn't play.
No doubt, man. I really appreciate you for calling in. 332.
Absolutely.
Salute, bro.
Tapping in with you, man. I appreciate you.
That's a good call from him, man.
Good one, man. Call back when we win, man.
Yeah. One love, dog. Appreciate those to make the donations here. Shout out to you, DT. I see you in the chat, too, man. Appreciate you for the $2 donation there to help elevate the nation. Shout out to you, Vikings fan here, hoping for a great game, free of injuries, yeah. And with the Vikings winning, of course, laughing out loud, this is from Jiran. Appreciate you for making the donation to help support the nation over here. I hope that you guys have a healthy game. I hope you guys have a healthy game. But it's going to be a Cowboys win. Thou should decree a thing. Woo! Boy, I tell you. And shout out to you. Is it Dankia? Appreciate you for the $19.99 for your mind donation. Really appreciate you. All right, so now we have a person that's been waiting here for a second. Bond, what you got for this episode? There you go, Bond.
What's up, Lo? What's up with you, brother?
Nothing much, man. Talk to me.
Hey, I was just saying, forfeiting a game during this time, you know what I'm saying? This time, usually you can forfeit to us close to the playoff, but you still, 7 games in, 7 games, everything can go wrong at the moment. We're still taking it game by game.
Right.
So, for forfeiting a game, that's weak mentality for me. And I don't see it like how, first of all, I don't think Jerry is that weak. It has that weak mentality. I don't think Mark McCarthy has that weak mentality because he has played Aaron Rodgers when he was injured. He played, Brett Favre when he was injured. So, and Dak is definitely not a weak mentality person like a quarterback like that. So
right.
Why would you even think about forfeiting this game or resting him? I think it's just Jerry playing it to try to get the radars and people talking about it. But we know Dak is gonna play though.
Yeah, we have a feeling that he's going to play, and I believe that the drama got to continue to build, and they will wait and make it a game day decision right before kickoff. Yeah.
I mean, it's getting everybody to talk about it. So
right.
I know. Why would you even fly Dak if you know he's not gonna play? So, I mean, and we're gonna win this game, and let's just take it game by game. Let's not think about forfeiting any match right now. I mean, let's just take it game by game and keep winning,
No doubt, man. And look at it as just like you just said, game by game. Appreciate you, Bond. Thank you so much for calling in, Bond. Yeah. And I'm trying to be fair and balanced. I get the people that say Dak Prescott rest. I get that part of it. And I do understand the people that say Dak should play. I'm with the belief Dak said he want to play. You don't mess with that thing. Let me know of the exact order. Is it faith, finish, fight? Or is it finish, fight, faith? I don't know the exact order. But you guys put it in the comment box. What is his 3 things? Is it faith, finish, fight? Or faith is at the end, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to mess with a person's psyche. I don't want to mess with a person's faith, of what they believe in, faith, fight, finish. Appreciate you, Gina. Appreciate you, Gina. Somebody posted on my YouTube so I can pin it to the top of the screen there. But I can't pin the Facebook. But I feel you. Faith, fight, finish. It goes a long way. And I don't want to sound like I'm preachy. I don't want to preach to you guys at all. No. Because I'm not a very, 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 very religious person, believe it or not. I'm not that person. I only spit things from what my heart commands. Okay, I got you right here, Katie. Appreciate you. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. But I can tell you, from what the heart, you gotta lean on that heart. And faith, fight, finish. There was a guy in those good books. I'll tell you which one to read. But in that good book, situations and scenarios, it always tend to be that man upstairs, he make the unqualified qualified, right? When you just go back and you just read, regardless of what you're reading, the storyline tends to be the same. The unqualified is now become the qualified. That's all I'm saying. But now we got Daryl. You live from the 904.
Hey, man, it's always good talking to you. You got an awesome show.
Appreciate
you. In a few years, you probably get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I'll take it like, hey.
I mean, you up there with that Oprah is interested. You got everybody hyped. But, I think we're going to win this game. If they don't play Dak, I'm okay with that because maybe they know something we don't know. But I'm going to tell you who got pressure on him. Cooper Rush know he got pressure on him. Mm-hmm. He can't get up there and act like he did this preseason.
Facts.
Soup line Monday morning if he do. Soup line Monday morning. He might put on his best. When people get afraid and pressure on them,
right?
This stuff come out of them. They didn't even know they had in them.
Right.
That. And one more thing before I go. Me and my sons are gonna come. My oldest son's birthday, the November the 12th. So we come from Jacksonville to Dallas to that game.
From Jacksonville.
I hope you're in that area.
Oh, yeah. I'll be in that area, man. Hit me up at the 682-214-4087 number. Put that in your phone and shoot me a text.
What was it again?
It's the text line, 682-214.
682.
214. 4087.
4087.
Appreciate
and I hope one of them veterans walk over there and whisper in the Cooper Rush's ear because I'm a retired vet, Navy.
Okay.
And I was on 6 different ships. One was a battleship. I would whisper in his ear, no more, this tough love I'm giving you now. We love you, but no more nice guy. You blow this one, blanket party on the plane. Blanket party on the damn plane.
Yeah. Navy vet, man. Appreciate you for what you still doing for this country, man. And I really, really love when I hear the veterans call in. Thank you so much, man. Let's go.
All right, you have a good day, man.
No doubt.
That's it.
Yeah. Navy vet. I love it. We got a wide range of callers to come in, and shout out to him. All right, so let's bring in. Let me see who's been waiting here. Who's been waiting? 505. You're live. $505.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, Law, man? Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Just real quick on this Dak Prescott thing, I think the decision is really pretty straightforward, even if it's not simple. The bottom line is they have to determine whether or not he's hurt or he's injured. Meaning, if he's injured and he risks further injury to where he's incapacitated, then he can't play, period, because there's too much on the line.
Right.
But if it's just pain that he has to manage and maybe they have to adjust a couple things in the game plan, then you got to play him. So I think that's how I would look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And only Dak and certain people in the organization know what the answer to that question is.
Facts.
And as far as this issue with Lyle Collins, within a couple weeks, he's going to be the starting left guard. And then either McGovern or Williams is going to be the starting center. I mean, I can see it from a mile away. That's what they're setting up. All this stuff about, competition, maybe they're mad at him and all these things. They're basically moving him to guard, which I think is going to be a great move down the road, because now we're not going to get bullied up the middle. And now we got Steele, who's a true right tackle and probably going to be better than Lyle at tackle. So I think it's all good, and I'm excited to see what they're doing with that.
Let me ask you this. So you saying that they are pretty much looking into the future. If it was not for like the pandemic and you got to have depth, you would think that they would probably have been trying to trade old Connor Williams, huh?
Right. But I say don't trade anybody right now.
Especially because of the protocol and everything. You know how that goes. You don't want to get rid of somebody. Right.
Exactly. Like even with Gallup, don't trade anybody. Don't make any moves. This is the year we got to get it done. Forget draft picks and all that nonsense. We get too caught up in, what we can do next year. It's about this year now. Don't move anybody. We need all the pieces that we can get. Let's make it happen now. Okay.
No doubt, man. From New Mexico, man. What's your name, fam?
My name's Thomas, man.
Thomas, man, it's a mighty name. That's my last name, so that's you're a good guy. You're a good guy.
Likewise, my brother. Keep up the great work.
Appreciate you, Thomas came with. Thomas delivered the promise. Oh, that's a good call from Thomas. I love when I hear that name, Thomas. That goes a long way. But it's probably his first name. I tell people all the time I have 3 first names, Lawrence Christopher Thomas. I thought about just having my channel, Lawrence Christopher Thomas, but those names can be Christopher Lawrence Thomas, Thomas Christopher Lawrence. My name is just a unique one, but we going to go by law, right? I don't think that you guys will be sitting here calling me Lawrence all day, Lawrence, Nation. What's good, Lawrence? Chris is a dope name too, though, right? Christopher, Yeah, all right, so we got a lot of people in here. Oh, we do have a lot of people in here. So we're going to lock it.
The conference has been locked.
And we're going to hold everybody down from here, okay? So 702, you're live.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. What's good?
What's up, Law? I just want to chime in with what I was talking about. I feel that if Dak is healthy enough, like you guys said, to play him. But if it's going to be something that causes us down the line, then don't play him.
Facts. Well, facts.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because after last season, what I've seen, I don't want to see that again. I'm just going to be real. That was tragic. I was ready to hang up my jerseys, call it a wrap. I was like, this ain't it. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. We've been on a great wave this year, so keep it how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, we can't change it. I recall watching a movie called The Butterfly Effect. You ever watch that movie? Yeah, Butterfly Effect. And whenever he tried to go back and change something else happened. So exactly. You just gotta let that dude do his faith. Was it faith, fight, and finish?
Faith, fight, and finish. Yeah. But like you said, he gets in his way, and that's what we don't need him to do. Get in his way to the point where it causes us, another another year on a season, and he's injured.
Right, but you know how they say, scared money make no money, right?
Exactly. True that.
Oh my goodness! What it is, fam. It's a conundrum. It's just what it is. It's a conundrum. We can look at it and say, hey, he shouldn't play. I've seen people say the other guys, they pushed it a little bit because they was in the playoffs. But you got to focus and look at every game like this is the playoff now.
True.
But I get it. And that's why I go crazy sometimes. And I can only imagine people who are just like really true and true Tom Brady fans, and they
Oh, I
see
hate
him
Tom
out
Brady.
there. And when they see him out there and it's 30-3 and he's still out there, I be sitting there like, no, man. I bet you if
Man,
they
sit him down.
sit
They
him
just let
down
at the
somewhere.
step at this point.
Yeah. I can only imagine
They
how
just let
those
him at
fan
the step.
bases do. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, Tampa Bay was excited as soon as they got Tom Brady. They was over there going crazy. Oh, we're
Right.
going to the Super Bowl. They was putting in their bets before he even started.
And then when that
We're
happened,
going to
I
the
can only
Super-
imagine. So can you imagine? Those people saying, "Hey, man, he playing with a torn or a tear, MCL, ACL, man. He need to chill." But
I mean, no, probably not, because those, like you said, everybody want to win. Everybody wants to win, Law. Nobody wants to lose.
But you know the
So
difference though.
sometimes-
Not to cut you off, but you know the difference though. That wasn't
What's
leaked. That wasn't leaked until like the end of the year.
Right.
See, Cowboys,
Right, true.
we don't have that longitude and latitude. Everything is magnified, so you don't know what's really, what's really going on, because everything got
Yeah,
salesman
well,
breath up under it.
True, exactly. And with the Cowboys, we like playing these head games with the league. We love doing it. So that could be healthy for all we know. They just telling us some old mumbo jumbo to keep everybody else puzzled.
Yeah, and that's my whole point. So I get people, man. If I could just show you my emails and in my chat, man, I get people, man, that they go all the way on the deep end of it. But at the end of the day, this is just a cons man's game. This is a person
Right,
that's
exactly.
making money. But I appreciate you
Uh-huh.
for calling in, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep it up, Law. I love the energy. Keep up the energy. Always.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my dog. Oh, I forgot to tell you, man. Get some elderberry, bro. Get some elderberry, man, and some coconut oil, man. Coconut oil, bruh. I used to have a lot of sniffles, but this coconut oil, fam. Let me see. Here we go. Not telling you guys what to do, but it's coconut oil. It even make the beard hair grow. Take you a couple of those, and it get rid of that sniffles and any sneezing, because I'm very, very allergy season and everything. My eyes get red. They be saying, "Lord, did you roll one?" No, it's just allergies. But since my guy Jay Form, he had hit me up with all of this stuff that you can take, and shout out to Jay Form and sea moss. Oh my goodness, sea moss. I got a lady that's down here in Cedar Hill that makes some good sea moss lemonade juice, and it tastes like Big Shirley that made it with the big elbow. I'm telling you, it's some good stuff, man, and there's not a lot of sugar in it. I don't know how she get that sea moss to taste so good, but it makes your skin, it makes everything, make your teeth white almost. and local honey, that works. I'm all like a holistic type of dude, over here. Next we got the 781. You're live.
What's good, Law? This is Calvin from Boston, man.
Shout out to you, Calvin. What's good with you, man?
Nothing
Boston.
much, man. Yo, with the whole everybody talking about Dak and his calf and everything, my worry is more on our defensive line with Urban being out and everything. We're a little short there, so I'm just worried about Dalvin Cook running loose. I mean, I know we've been keeping the run game tight and not really allowing that many 100-yard rushes against us, but that right there, that could hurt us in this game, especially if Cousins could get that play action going.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Got to stop them from running. I don't mind if it's a shootout. I listen to their media package over there in Vikings land, and majority of their beat writers and everybody saying that they want to go to the shootout situation with Dak Prescott or with the Cowboys. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I would love that, because Kirk Cousins tends to make more mistakes, although he have not been passing a lot of interception this year due to the fact that his run game been so potent.
But also, Delvin Cook is a good pass receiver as well. That man can also catch off those little short routes and the screen.
Yeah, he can.
So gotta be careful. Gotta keep our eye out on that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think even if Cooper Rush is in the game, I think as long as we can keep our run game going strong, we should be able to dominate that line and wear them out on their defense, and then be able to pass deep, because then they're going to want to put 8-9 in the box.
No doubt, no doubt. And
You
they
know
said
the
don't forget
same
about
thing.
Madison, too. Yeah, Madison Alexander. You know, Boise State, you know how that goes, so he's pretty good as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But I appreciate you accepting my call. I think this is the first time I decided to call. I'm pretty excited to actually get to speak to you, man. I listen to you all the time. Even when I'm watching a game, I have you on.
Oh, my goodness. That goes a long way, man. I appreciate you so much for that, man. Thank you so much.
No doubt. Much love. Fuck up.
Good call from him from the 781. All right, so we rolling. We got my dog from the DMV, and his name is George 240. What do you know?
Yo, what's going on, Law?
Nothing much, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think we need to go in this game running. I don't have any fear about Dak, to be honest. The Vikings give the third most yards per carry. I think we're gonna have another day where Ezekiel and Tony Pollard can get 100 both, and that can really carry us, because Dak won't really have to stress that calf. Because if you like it or not, as a quarterback, when his back foot, on that right back foot, and that calf, it has a lot to do with your throwing. And if you can't really plant off that back foot, you're not going to have as much velocity at all.
Right. Right.
Especially because I used to play quarterback. I had a foot injury. I couldn't plant because my foot was broken. And my velocity was terrible. And and as soon as I recover it, you really still feel it. But I mean, that's not the same case. But you kind of see where I'm going with that. I think we're gonna it's so many possessions in the game, and I think if we have to be effective on every possession. I think we have to because with our run game, we can easily melt this clock down and we have to finish our drives. If we don't finish our drives this week, we're gonna be done. I don't care who's playing quarterback. If we don't finish our drives, we're gonna be done.
You gotta finish those drives.
We have a good chance this week. I don't have as much fear as other people do with Dak.
Hey, DMV, do you know the shot that they give you the day of the game to ward off the pain?
I've heard about it, but I don't know if that's real.
No, it's a shot, though. I forgot the name of it. It's at the tip of my tongue. I was trying to say it, and I thought you knew it. It started with a T, I believe. Somebody in the chat, y'all help us out. I give DMV more time. It's a shot that they give. And the thing is, and I hear everything you said, because you said you played quarterback and you had a broken bone, so that wasn't going to happen. But a soreness and the injury, I think somebody's said cortisone, but I don't know. It's got to be stronger than cortisone, right?
Cortisone shot is different. I'm pretty sure.
Totalol. Is it Totalol? How you say that? Is it Totalol? Totalol shot. And they are very resistant with Totalol because it's very addictive. So Dak Prescott, while he's in practice, I'm just putting this out there for people. Somebody said Novocaine. But Totalol is such an addictive type of medicine there that they don't give it to you or administrate it to you during the week because you can get addicted to it. But game day, they would shoot you up with that. They would shoot you up with that Totalol. And I hope I'm saying it right.
I remember one time, the first game I ever went to, the first NFL game I ever went to was the Cowboys game with Tony Romo back in 2014. And I think he broke his back, and DeMarco Murray carried us in that game. But my dad mentioned he went to the back of the locker room. He said they're going to shoot him up real quick, and then he's going to be right back out there. I think he did finish that game. I don't remember too well. It was a few years ago.
Right.
But that's the first time I ever heard of that shot.
Yeah, so this is what I believe. If Dak Prescott play, you'll hear right before the game that they're giving that shot in that calf area, and so he won't, feel the pain, and he'll play throughout that entire game. I don't know, the long-term effect of it, whether or not he would want that in his system. But I heard that is very you can get addicted to it. And I think that's what Brett Favre, he fell in love with it, and got addicted to it, you know.
I have a question. You heard about the reports that after his workout on Thursday or Friday, I think his calf was sore because they ramped up like the intensity. Is that true?
Yeah, he pushed it. He wanted to see if he can push it out, you know. And what good day that you can do it is in the middle of the week, Wednesday. You know, he probably this is my thoughts on it. He walked around Monday and Tuesday. They went through the walkthroughs or what have you, just some film study. And then Wednesday they do the implementations of everything. And he wanted to push himself to see what will happen if he go 100%. And that Thursday, I'm feeling a little soreness here. So they did the little walkthrough again, and they say, okay, we'll test it out Friday and Saturday. Today is Saturday. So they would know for sure it will be a game day decision, and they probably will have those options. You know, do you want this shot? These are the ramifications for the shot. You could fall in love with the shot, you know, or you can rest it out for a week, and we let Cooper Rush get in there. What do you think he's going to do?
But the one weird thing is about the calf is, like, I remember when KD tore his calf, and then they said that had a big impact on when he tore his Achilles. Because I think I'm not a doctor, but I think those two areas are in the back of the leg are sort of correlated with each other if it's aggravated too much.
The only thing is, and I ain't trying to sully or denigrate KD, but KD,
he needs some milk.
What calf? You know, he just got a twig of it. He got no meat on the bone. But I feel what you said, DMV. But I get it. I get it. Dak Prescott built different, and I do understand that, you know, it could favor Achilles blow up, or it could also lead to hamstrings and things like that because you're favoring other parts of your body, and there's a lot of stress. Normally, soreness is the indicator that, hey, something is going on, right? Something is bruised, something needs to be healed. So that's normally what soreness is. But the other part of it is that your body cannot build a bigger muscle without the sore. It must be broken down, right, and rebuild itself. But I feel what you're saying, DMV.
Yeah.
Hey, in case of point, before I let you go, regardless of whether or not you're a doctor or not, the foot that you broke, right, is stronger than the other foot that you didn't break. Right or wrong?
I don't know. I've been going through physical therapy recently. It's my talus bone. And, I mean, right now I can't say that, but because it's so...
Bones become stronger when they broken, right? That's just from straight, from what I've learned from biology. But I feel you, though, fam. Thank you for calling in. You're a good one.
No problem.
That's my dog right there, DMV. All right, so we got 3 other callers here. Hold tight. That's the 3, 4, 6. You in the mix. Hello.
Hello, what's up, Law?
Nothing to it, man. You live.
Yes, sir. This is H-Town, bro. H-Town. Hey, man, I may call in all the time, Law, but I listen to you every day, bro.
I appreciate it.
My news source wasn't working, bro. You know, I turn on the phone, put me see, listening while I'm at work, man. All your little breaking news, man. I have to hear you what you got to say. But let me tell you something, brother, what we got going on here. Man, we got a problem with Cowboy Nation and the fans. They still think we're dealing with Jason Garrett's regime, bro. Y'all got to understand that regime is gone, man.
Yeah.
People got to understand it's a totally different regime. Now, I hear everybody doubting the Cowboys. I think we can win with it. Bro, listen, go to Football Focus. Cowboys are number 1. With the team that they got, bro, we got a lot of stars still out, people. So can y'all imagine when these people get back, what we gonna be?
Oh yeah, lo and behold.
Man.
Yeah.
We dominate. Now listen, bro, and I'm gonna tell Cowboy Nation one more thing. Remember preseason? Oh, Dak shoulder messed up. Dak can't throw. He ain't playing no preseason.
Yeah.
Hey man, pay attention. Pay attention. Man, Dak is all right. When Jerry and Stevie get on the shows and say, man, we got to see. Hey, man, if there's a problem, these billionaires, these people know what's going on. If
Mm-hmm.
if there's a problem with that, well, they want to keep this thing rolling. They are not trying to just get in the playoff, bro. They are trying to get home field through, bro. People got to pay attention, man, to what's going on, what's being said, bro. Listen to, I know everybody want to listen to Mike McCarthy, he's the head coach, but listen to Jerry and Steven sometimes. If they said no, I don't think Dak going to be able to play. Okay, we got a problem.
Right.
But when they sit there and say, it's looking iffy, same way the shoulder was looking iffy. Hey, y'all better pay attention, Law.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
I'll be smiling. All right, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Good call from you, man. Good call from him, man. From 346. And the good thing about it, they can only get us one time with this one, right? We let them slide with the shoulder, right? You know, had everybody at the edge of their seats. But now, it's the only time they can use this one because we're going to use that one as a reference point. Like, y'all remember all that week, people kind of looked over the fact that he was at the Stars game. He went to a Halloween party. Oh, he was out all and about throughout Dallas area. And then they tried to sprinkle the fact that he would not play. Even though Dak Prescott went to practice, the first day of practice, he looked good, looked great, or what have you. Oh, and then the next day he said soreness. Man, if you're writing short books and novels, this would be a good read, right? You could write a little book on the story of Dak Prescott calf and make millions of dollars. Probably be one of the hottest stories for this month. Believe it or not. And then you can cap it off at the end on Halloween. Which one will be the trick or which one will be the treat? To see Dak Prescott under center? Or will it be a trick? You know, that thing, boy, you can make money, man. I'm talking to some people right now. Woo-woo. 540, what do you know?
Hey, what's up, Law? How you doing, man?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
Hey, I just want to say the Cowboys front office, the Cowboys coaches, they're fooling everybody right now. Dak's playing. I think I know that. You know, I'm confident about it because Cooper Rush never started a game. 3 passes in his entire career, and he's splitting the snaps right now. So, I mean, I don't think they're going to split the snaps with Dak and have Cooper Rush miss out on that opportunity to learn the system a little bit more.
Right.
And I also think that the problems that we're speculating on with the drama on the line is also related to Dak playing. I don't think there's actually drama on the line that everybody thinks there is.
Right.
I don't think they're going to mess up the line with Cooper Rush or experiment with a quarterback who hasn't played under center. I think really they know that the Vikings D, they have multiple dudes, big dudes over 300 pounds. They're going to attack Williams and Biotish. That's the weakest spot on their line. So I think they're preparing for that with Collins on the left guard because, you know, if Williams slips up like he did last game, they're probably going to throw Collins in there to help out Biotish a little bit, cut down on the penalties. You know, they can win with or without Dak, but if they're going to put him in there, they're not going to want him to run out of the pocket, and they're not going to want him to get pressured. And they're going to bring a lot of pressure, so I think they're just preparing to put Collins wherever necessary, wherever that weakest spot is on the line.
I feel you on that. Tyler Biotish is just the only person based upon Pro Football Focus. And I'm not saying you live and die on their rating system. He's the only person that's failing. Everybody else has got a passing grade, and, you know, and get to sit at the good seat at the house, you know. So hopefully whatever transpire, it would be a situation whereas they move Tyler Biotish, but not cancel him. I think that he's still young, and out of all of those positions on their front five, the center is the hardest position to learn. You got to call out the Mike, and we got to do so many things, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Steele slips up, they're probably going to throw Collins in there. I think it was just the timing of when Collins is coming back that everybody thinks that there's drama, but it just so happened that it happened with the Dak injury. But if they throw Collins in at left guard, if Biotis is slipping up. Williams, on the depth chart, he's back up at center. So I wouldn't be surprised if they experiment a little bit with Dak in there, because they're going to want to try and do whatever they can to protect him without getting pressured or without having to run out of the pocket. So
No doubt.
I think he's going to play. I think they're going to win either way. I am a little disappointed, though, man. I was reading Blogging the Boys, and they were doing their honest predictions, and all 4 of those dudes have the Vikings winning. And I'm like, man, where's that confidence at in our team? They think that Dak's the only reason we can win these games? No way. Everybody steps up. We've seen it this year. So whether or not he plays, I think we have a really good shot of winning. But everybody's just got to have a little faith and let the team ride it out like they have been.
No doubt, man. Good observation there. Before I let you go, do you watch my dog watch Lombardi?
Yeah, man. I'm watching those every single day. I watch all the episodes. They're good. They're
really good. So he brought up a brilliant point, and I don't think that this is a versus battle between Vach and what my guy, the OC and Boss Cowboy were saying. But Vach did bring home a great point, a brilliant point, by the way. He said that we know for sure that Collins was elite at right tackle, right? In 2019, he was in that realm of elite right tackle play. But we have not seen elite right tackle out of Terrence Steele. So my thing is, although he's right with that, but what I'm thinking is that the coaching staff is looking at Terrence Steele as a person that can become what La'el Collins did, but not now. So they don't want to slow down that part of it. But like you said, they didn't want to immediately throw Collins into a situation, whereas he's been out of playing football for 5 or 6 weeks, right?
Right.
And now all of a sudden, you regress from Terrence Steele, trust in what he developed. So what they said, okay, positional flex, we're going to keep him at right tackle as the backup, as well as get some positional flex on the person that we have our biggest reservation on, and that's Connor Williams. So this iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel is now prevalent, because now Connor Williams saying, I can't mess up because I got a person that's right behind me that's willing to take this position from me, and still looking at it like, this is my last week for sure, and I can't drop the ball. I got to continue to perform.
Right. Yeah.
And I love
it. I think Collins was going to sub in and out no matter what, because they want his body to get football ready. I don't think he was going to start this game no matter what. But having him practicing at left guard, I wouldn't be surprised if he subs in and out of both positions, just with how much pressure they're going to bring the line. Those guys are going to take a beating.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having those extra positions, those extra players to take a little bit of that beating off, spread it out a little bit more, is really gonna be good for a run game as well as the pass protection. So I think it's going to be a really good game.
Final score. If I let the 9-3-1 in.
Man, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 35-21. I'm confident in the Cowboys. I'm confident in the Cowboys, man. Their defense is going to be good. Diggs is going to get another pick, and I think a lot of our touchdowns are going to come from Zeke, though. So
no doubt.
We'll see.
No doubt. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Good call. The final call of the day, the 9-3-1. You're live.
Hello.
Yes, indeed. What's good?
Is it you got me, man?
I got you. You in here.
Hey, Law, this is Milton Zen.
I'm tired to you, Milton.
You follow me on Twitter.
Appreciate you.
Hey, man, I just got a quick thing here. Give you a little preface. I'm 65. I was a season ticket holder from 77 to 2002 at Texas Stadium. Made every game, went to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. I've been following the Cowboys since 1967 on a black and white TV when I was about 9 years old.
Wow.
The Ice Bowl. Now, what I'm calling about is this. Too much conspiracy stuff trying to happen, Yeah. I mean, it's like this weekend was crazy on Twitter. I mean, I did a lot of investigating about whether or not I thought he was going to play. And when I saw that Vegas had pretty much swapped the line after Dak had this conference where he basically said, it's not all up to me. When Vegas moves the line, they usually know more than Milton. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people need to realize, man, you got to believe, they got to realize that this team is good. Defensively, we're going to be even better as time goes.
Facts,
and we can't throw everything on this Vikings game with our quarterback. I mean, Cooper Rush, he's used to throwing to Cedric. He's used to throwing to Brown. His highlight tape shows him in preseason games hitting them all over the place. And you don't risk a calf injury that it can flare up again. If you play in the game, they're not going to. If they give him a Toradol shots, an anti-inflammatory, it'll reduce the inflammation, which causes the pain.
Right.
But it's not something you want to do on a calf muscle, especially when it's the calf muscle supporting the fractured area of his leg. It's in that same leg.
It's the same leg.
And
okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I thought you said something.
I didn't know it's the same leg. I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, it is the same leg. And I verified that. And the thing is, man, is this game can be won with an outstanding defensive game plan that evolves, and we can bring in Lyle and put him at tight end next to the spot he plays at, and we can blow some holes and run. I mean, there's things we can do, and Cooper just needs to not put us in a bad spot. He needs to not lose the game for us.
No doubt.
And I think we can win this game. But if we don't risk Dak's future on this.
Okay. Well, Milton, you speaking from a place of experiences. You watch more of Cowboy football than I can only imagine, right? And you've been to many of games, and I'm quite sure that you want us to get to this Super Bowl once again, right? Because you witnessed all 8 of the Super Bowls, right? You seen all 8 of them, right? And you got a chance to have that wonderful feeling off of 5 of them. So, hey, whatever you're saying with that, I'm gonna lean on to that. That's your thoughts there, and that's what should happen from your opinion. So we will find out tomorrow around 6-7 o'clock, right before kickoff, of whether or not Dak Prescott will be under center. But if so, they may go back to what the previous caller said. They're trying to make sure that they reinforce the interior and know that Dak Prescott will be more of a pocket thrower, and that's why they introducing Big Lyle, and they doing all of that stuff to make sure that those guys are playing up to par. But I appreciate you.
I hear you. I just hope. He lost his grandma. He was at a football game last night,
right?
And I think around Winnie, Texas. And I think his grandma that passed away is from Benton, Louisiana. I grew up in Beaumont, Texas. I'm in Nashville now.
Okay, oh, wow.
But he's got a lot going on mentally too. I mean, he needs a break from this, for this game. The injury is the main reason.
No doubt, but not the mental, because every player I know, from Brett Favre to Michael Jordan all the way down to even Dez Bryant, they had a hell of a performance when they found out one of their loved ones passed away, and they have to somehow play on that day or play within that week, Man, but I feel exactly what you're saying, Milton. I thank you so much for calling in. You was a delight to listen to your story. Why did you stop in 2002?
Oh, well, they were getting ready to make that transition and build AT&T Stadium.
Right.
And we found out the season tickets, our prices, me and my brother, were going to basically double, and their seats were going to be worse.
I heard about that. Around that time frame, and 2002. Yeah, that was it was a rough stretch for us. And then that's when they made the announcement, right? Was it the announcement that they're going to go ahead and sign Parcells?
I'm not sure exactly on that, but we 25 years round trip from Beaumont, Texas to Dallas. And then to jack the prices like that, like they were going to do. We heard about it ahead of time as they were building the stadium. And I've been to games since then.
Okay, good. Oh, I said, Lord, you haven't been back since then. But you saw the new stadium. Did you get a chance to see the Star in Frisco as well?
No, I haven't been back since they built the Star.
Oh my, hey. Whenever you come down, man, let me know. But the Star in Frisco is a beautiful sight, man. It's a beautiful sight.
Will do, man.
But appreciate you for calling in, and shout out to you, man, on Twitter. Good call from the 931, man. Great call from him. Cowboy Nation, we had a wonderful day today, and it's time for me to roll up out of here. But now I can tell you guys, first and foremost, that this team is different. This team is unique. Regardless of what we may think is going on with Dak Prescott, he knows. He knows whether or not what's best for himself, right? I mean, nobody designed his body but the man upstairs, and nobody's operating his body but him. So he knows what far distance he can go or what he can't do. And the preparation is not of us, is of him. So it's just how it is. That's just how it is. They say, my body, my choice, right? But it's his choice. But the decision, like I said in the title in there, is not in his hand. According to him, it's not in his hands. It's in the hands of the doctors and the person that took the note over there. And $160 million is what Jerry Jones is looking at. And Jerry is not just responsible, believe it or not, of the Dallas Cowboys. He's responsible. He's flat out responsible for the ratings in the NFL. Believe it or not. Jerry Jones. The NFL didn't hit their numbers last week. I guarantee you. A chunk of the views come from the Cowboys. Believe it or not, Cowboy Nation, everybody can't wait to see the Cowboys play. The haters buy front row seats to get a chance to see the Cowboys play. And that's just how it goes. But shout out to everybody that called in. And I want to challenge people right now. If you feel that Dak Prescott will play, and you know for sure that he will play this weekend, put Dak in the chat box. DAK or D4K. But if you feel that Rush is going to play, put 10 in the chat box or RUSH. Rush. But I come here to tell you guys, regardless, win, lose, or draw, a third of us were fans of this team before Dak Prescott or Rush was even born. Or before they even put on the silver and blue. So our allegiance still holds true to the Cowboys, regardless of what the outcome is. You see, we bleed this thing, Cowboy Nation. We live in this thing. We wake up early, tuning in to Law Nation. to see and hear what he's going to talk about as it relates to the Cowboys. Y'all sit here and y'all give me chances and opportunities to be whether I'm right or wrong, to spit my mind, and I really appreciate you guys on these live streams that last 4-5 hours. But there's a thing that goes on because y'all want it bad. Ooh, yes, y'all want it bad. And I say this all the time, even the haters tune in, and I welcome it. Dust your feet off and come right on in. But if you're new here, there's a mindset that's established. And it goes a little like this. And we got it sold into the fabrications of our mind. We're not reading off of no script. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdy and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. Oh, if dogged and grim and proceed and beset it with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, even with a torn or a sore calf, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Now it's time to roll credits. Win, lose, or draw, Cowboy Nation, we're here. Come on, what we tell them. And this will be brought to you by my dog.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me.
HD. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We out. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody who donated. Thank those who participated. I really, really, really appreciate you. Shout out to you, Milton, became one of the memberships here. Thank you so much. Let's continue to grind and shine. Hit that like, share, keep the engagement going. Hey, if you watching this on Rewind, be sure to check out my partners at Apple. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere now, baby. Turn me up. Oh, yo, yay, baby, yeah. Yo, ha. On Spotify, too. Oh, check me out there, Spotify. I hope I'm saying the name right. They got a new feature that they reached out to little old Law Nation. Now, I'm on their video platform. They said with a voice like that, we got to have the face to match. And I said, yeah! See, that's the help of the nation. It won't be long, for I'm actually on HBO. And I'm actually on those other platforms. But I really appreciate you guys, because this would not be possible. This would not be possible without you all. So let's continue to grind and shine. Let's roll them credits, baby. Yay! Let me take the fire off right now, though. Yeah. Come on.
Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled.
Come on.
Boy, get out the way. It's been a day. Now you're
come on, KD. I see the takeaway train.
Yeah. Faith. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's phone ringing, and I tell him it's
shout to your Iceberg Kill. Super Chat. Chuck. Lee. Mike. Yeah. Burn it. Yeah. David. Hey. Oh. Charlie. Noble Royalty, Steven, hey, James, T, Jerron, shout out to you, that Dan Key, let's go, baby, hey, ooh, let go, let's add it up.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies
Let's put some
close,
fire
I
on
be
this
thinking
thing,
they're
baby.
friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my
Y'all
hands.
listen to
Took so
Steven.
many years, I've been waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to
Y'all
none
listen to
but the
Stephen
road
White
to
in
my
the
sins.
chat.
I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend.
If you have not
If I do it
subscribed
once,
so far,
I do it again.
and you still here,
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter
salute to Viking Jerome in the house. Jerome in the house. Jerome in the house.
Everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?
Hey.
Told her if it's all me,
It's all me,
everything is
baby.
on me. Gon' back it up.
Back it up, baby.
Told you I'ma do me. Why you
Shout
hating
to
on
you.
me? It's not adding up.
I see you.
Do roll like a Mack
Come on.
truck. Country heart,
Nick,
I'ma
I
cup
see
a
you.
farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted.
This is
now
the
I'm backed
outro
up.
time,
Real, I
baby.
do this once a
One of my
month.
favorite times of the show, believe it or
Just
not.
hit the money and go stack up.
Stack
Only
'em.
buying car till you tatted up.
Come on.
All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up.
The ladders up.
No fault. I done doubled up on the workload.
Double up on
I think
workload.
I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low.
That was easy.
Add it up, bankroll.
Come on, baby. It's Saturday fun day, baby.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?
Come on.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up.
You know what?
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up.
Slow down a little bit. But before we get into this, I have not used the slap button all day. By me not using the slap button all day, because I know that there could have been somebody that needed that slap, right? Huh? Come on. Somebody needed that one, right? Oh. Somebody gonna be dancing like this. Yeah. Come on. And you. But if you don't like Law Nation, don't let them street lights hit you. But if you think that this show is not dope and we don't have the good stuff, the good information, and if you think that I don't deliver the fire, I blow it on, nobody can blow. Look at this. Nobody can blow that fire like me, baby. So, if you don't like that,
You must be out your goddamn mind.
come on. Hey. But the haters, stop it right there like the fire. Lean forward a little bit. I know somebody hates. It's gonna hurt you a little bit. Oh, what we tell them? Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. Woo. You know it's danger. Come on, it's danger, baby. And let the world spin. Watch it. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be on? Play it too. Come on, play the tune, baby. I'm gonna need to get a shirt to say, baby. Wherever you go, whatever you do. Come on. Play it too. I want to make some glory. All right, Jerry. Chill, Jerry.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that.
Happy birthday to everybody. Birthday that's this month.
So far, if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Yeah.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on,
And remember,
fly on, fly on,
you're
fly
listening to nothing
fly
but
on.
the best. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for hanging and rolling with the nation. Shout out to you. Come on, Prescott.
Be your biggest fan.
Yeah.
And when things are really tough and they're really rough,
They're really
and
tough.
nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet.
No doubt. Come on. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
God and get the stuff you want. God says you got to make a sacrifice. Yeah, you can look like that. Yeah, you can feel like that. But you can't do it eating bread all day. That the stuff God is going to ask you to sacrifice, it ain't even for him. What God is asking you to sacrifice is for you.
I wasn't always the GOAT. I wasn't always the best. You didn't know who I was when I was in the abandoned building. You didn't know me. You didn't know me when I was eating out of trash cans. You didn't know me when I was struggling to read or write. You didn't know that version of Eric Thomas. You only know me now because I did the work. Nobody cares that you are a high school dropout. Nobody cares that you live in an abandoned building. Your own daddy didn't come get you. Your school teachers didn't come get you. Your counselor, nobody cares. Apparently you don't care about you. Apparently you don't value you. Because you live in America, and there's no excuse for a 16-year-old to be living in an abandoned building. You don't care about your education. You don't care about your life. And you need to care. I dare you to start caring about you. You never lose as a leader, but as a follower, you lose. And with the internet right now, it's a lot of following. Stop being where other people want you to be because they're not going to be happy with you regardless. And I need you to learn how to be a leader first. You develop you, love on you. Well, I don't got the skin color, or I don't have the hair, or I don't have the money, or we are all beautiful in our own right. You know, the most successful people in the world are the most successful people in the world because they have clarity on what they want. I have discovered that the less people know what they want, the more destructive their lives are, the more depressed they are. I've discovered that the more a person knows what they want, the more relentless they are. How are you going to be relentless and you don't know what you want?
Cut off the TV, son. You can't finish your 4-year degree. It's taking you 12 years because you're doing everything. You're starting stuff and you ain't finishing. I want to teach you how to start and finish. More stuff comes to you when you execute, son. I'm not asking you to cut it off for me. Cut that doggone football game off. It ain't doing nothing for you. They making millions, you not. Cut off.
Actively seek collaboration. We talked about that. All right? I need y'all to work with each other. Right? Why? The dish is a D personality and I, a S, a C. When you have all four working together, it's unbelievable. I need y'all to work together. Right? Great things in business are never done by one person. None of us is as smart as all of us. If you don't get nothing else, can you get that one? None of us is as smart as all of us. How deep you think you are. None of us is smarter than all of us. Some of y'all, you so cocky, you so arrogant, your ego is so. People come in the room, you feeling, I do this, I do that, I do. Don't nobody care what you do. What can we do together? What can we build together? What legacy can we leave together?
Jump. Come on, jump already. Why? Why are you concerned about what they think? Stop worrying about what could go wrong and think about what could go right. There you go.
No doubt. Faith, fight, finish.
Your biggest fan.
And when the end comes for me,
They're really tough and they're really rough.
let it find me conquering a new
working,
mountain, not sliding
there's
down
something inside
an
of you
old
that
one.
says,
Write that one
I
down.
just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going
Until next time, salute.
Wow.